to another episode of the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon.
And I'm your co-host, Roz.
We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every Monday. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like our show, and share it.
Yes, subscribe. We cannot say that enough. Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. We also want to thank everybody that's watching on Facebook and Facebook Live. So thank you, Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness. So we are here and we are excited about tonight because we have an awesome topic that we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about blended families, guys.
Yes, it is so common. So
important.
We're going to dive into that.
We
want you guys to feel free to call in. We're watching you guys from our Facebook. So if you have any questions or comments, we will be reading those. Our number to call in is 240-719-2560. And don't forget, since July is our anniversary month, anyone who calls in get placed into our raffle drawing to win 2 free VIP tickets. So you will meet the cast and everything. VIP tickets to see the hit stage gospel play Nothing But the Truth, which will be played in Bowie. So make sure you call, make sure you share, let everybody know. We're giving away 2 free VIP tickets because that's how we do it on the Mignon Show.
Yes. And we have a few of our Manly's blended family who will be starring in that show.
Did you hear that starring? Yes. My husband will be starring in that show. So thank God for all the blessings that he has given us. But we just started acting, and then now he is starring in the show. I am also in that play also. I have a little bit more work to do because I'm not in a starring category yet. But what God has for me is for me.
Absolutely.
So I am still in the play, and it's an amazing stage play. So make sure you call in. We're looking at our comments. So if you call in, share, whatever, we're going to put you up in there. So thank you.
Absolutely. And remember, guys, you must call into the station to be able to be entered into the drawing. So the number again is 240-719-2560.
Yes. Call in or be here. That's the only way you can win. But we will read your questions out. But if you ain't called in with your question, you don't get a red ticket.
Absolutely. So how you doing, Roz?
I am good. And you?
I am doing well. Blessed, booked, and busy.
Yes.
Right?
Blessed is always first.
Blessed is always first. And I'm telling you, oh my goodness, it has really been a week, right?
It really has.
So tell me what you had going on.
This weekend was a lot. It was a lot of, kids are graduating from high school. So he had a couple of graduation parties to go to. One of our mutual people we know, Lisa, had her 50th birthday party, and it was so much fun. Like, I had an awesome time at that party. I love when we can just get together and fellowship and have a good time and laugh. And the party was nice, live bands, comedian Tanya was there. So it was a really good time. I went there with the mindset, I'm just going to stay for a little while because I'm kind of tired. Yeah, I stayed till it was over.
Okay. Well, that just goes to show she threw an amazing party.
All the food, casino. It was just amazing. It was a great way, and she's so beautiful to also and going into 50. So I did that on Friday, and then on Saturday, like I said, we had rehearsal for the play that you can enter to win. And then one of our friends' daughters graduated from high school, so we went to that also. So it was just busy. You go from one place to another when you had to keep rolling with the punches.
Absolutely. And let's not forget it was America's birthday.
Yes.
The 4th of July.
The 4th of July. Yeah, so I forgot. So the weekend started real early. Like
yes,
Thursday.
We had a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, it started
4-day
Thursday.
weekend.
4th of July was Wednesday?
No, Thursday, but he's saying the holiday we started on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday, yes. So, I forgot. That's why I'm tired. Now I understand why I'm so tired.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, guys, I enjoy it really turned out to be another little mini vacation
I saw
for
you,
me. I had a wonderful time with friends and family. My sister Tamisha, she threw a amazing pool party on the 4th of July, and we was out there. We had a good time. Her mom was in town.
Okay.
So I got a chance to see her again. And then the rest of the week just flowed like that. I mean, I think I stayed in the pool at least 2 or 3 times. And I'm not even a swimmer.
I'm not.
And it was amazing because I was like, and for somebody not even to be a swimmer, I even had different bathing suits, right?
How you have different bathing suits? And here I am about to go on a cruise, and I had no bathing suit.
And I'm not even a swimmer.
I'm not even. I can't swim. I'm scared of the water. I think I need to cross that off my bucket list and take swimming lessons.
But you know what? You know what I told myself last year, because I kept on saying, you know what? I'm not afraid of the water, right? I'm not afraid of the water. I can go under the water, but I just don't know how to swim. And so I said, you know what? Starting last year, I said, you know what? I'm going to really make it my business to get more comfortable with the water and enjoy it. And I'm telling you, oh my goodness, I think it's the best thing that I could have ever done. I love floating in the water, just being in the water instead of swimming.
Not I. And I know, and I think this is what contributes to my phobia of bridges, riding over bridges, because of the water. So I know that it needs to be on my list to take swimming classes. But I will never forget, I took Imani J to a swim party, and my husband wasn't there yet, so it was just me. I can't swim. So poor baby, she had on a life jacket, floaties on her arm, a donut, everything. She wasn't even in the water. She was literally floating on top of the water because I was so afraid, like, what's going to happen? When my husband got there, he took all that stuff on her. Like, why is my baby out here with all it? Like, she literally, this the water, and she's sitting on top of it. She was safe. That's all. She was safe.
And we know it's very important to be safe. And when children around water, it's definitely you have to be safe.
She had
so
goggles.
they have to have those little floaters on and all of that.
She had it all on, float, everything. It was ridiculous. But I do think I'm going to take some swimming lessons next year. I need to. And I feel like it's important for us all to take swimming lessons, especially in the African American community. I feel like we don't know how to swim. Like, if you like, just people I talk to, no, I just put my feet in the water. And it was this article about why, and it was like, because we care about our hair, because and some of it is true.
It is
true. Some of it is true, because if I just got my hair done, when the rain come, I'm running. So.
Look, growing up, it was 4 of us. I had 3 other siblings, and so everybody knows how to swim except for me. Both of my brothers know how to swim. My sister know how to swim. I'm the only one that don't know how to swim. And I was just sharing this story over the weekend. And I was telling them I didn't learn how to swim is because when I was younger, my mom used to send me and my sister to the hairdresser every 2 weeks. Well, my sister is kind of like a rebel. She like get her hair wet. My mother be like, well, you ain't getting your hair done. She like, okay, well, I just go back to the pool. Me, I'm like, I got to get my hair done. I got to get my hair done. And I remember one time I tried to trick my mom and the hairstylist. I went to the pool. Now, I'm not swimming, but my hair got wet because I put my head under the water. And when I got to the hairdresser, she was asking, why is my hair wet? And I said, oh, because I was at the pool. And she was like, oh, I can't do your hair today. The lady did not do my hair.
Because you went to the pool?
Yes. I don't know. Maybe I was getting a relaxer or something in my hair. I don't know. But she started talking about chemicals. I'm young, so I don't know.
No, right.
But she did not do my hair. And my mother said, you see what I told you? Okay, well, then this week you don't get your hair done.
So that was enough for you. That was the lessons we learned at a very young age.
Yeah, we learned that. So I was like, I'm not getting back in the pool anymore. I don't want to learn how to swim. I'd rather get my hair done.
Well, you was pooling all weekend, honey. I saw the pictures.
Honey, I was
pooling. Saw the pictures. I said, I'm about to go crash that party.
Yes.
And I was like,
yes. And so I don't know, you guys, you don't know, but my birthday is in 29 days.
Woo!
We are counting down
to
my birthday. Of course, I'm going to say my age because I am so proud. I am so proud of what God has done in my life. I'm so proud that God is still continuing to keep me with these young looks. But I will be celebrating my 50th birthday on August the 7th, and I think I'm going to have another pool party.
Oh, she would do that.
I had a pool party 2 or 3 years ago, which was amazing. And like I said, I'm not a swimmer, but I love the water. But
you would do
I think I'm going to have another pool party.
And I'm invited to, right?
Of course. What?
I know. I tried to say that like, oh my. So I'm going to have to get a bathing suit.
Yes. And come looking really cute.
I'm
looking really cute.
Cute to be on the sideline.
That will be.
With my floaties, all of that. Sunglasses, all of that. But 50, my kids are still bummed out about that. And my niece. They were having a whole conversation in my house about, she can't be 50. Nuh-uh. And then my son, I'm not going to put which one on the air, but y'all know which one. Talking about something. She a whole snack. I said a whole snack.
A whole snack.
I said, well, what's a whole snack? He going to say, Miss Mignon. I said, I am done. They beat me down that she was not. I'm like, I know how old she is. She will be 50. We're going to, she's having a party, but yeah, they say you a whole snack.
So, I'm a whole snack.
Yes,
that's what I've been told.
that's a good thing in their generation. So I don't know if it's a good thing that my son should be telling me that you a whole snack, but
I know.
He got eyes.
I know. And it's so amazing, even like when I'm out and like young guys be trying to talk to me and I tell them how old, and they be like, stop lying. I be like, if I'm lying, why would I say I'm older?
Nobody lies about being
younger,
50.
Like, wouldn't I say I'm younger? But it was so funny. I played a trick on this guy the other day, right? I was like, how old are you? And he was like, oh, I'm 41. I'm old enough for you. I said, I'm 60. I said, I'll be 60 on my birthday. He was saying, you will be what? Big. You will be sick. I said, yeah, I'll be 60 August 7th. He was sitting there just like amazed. He like, well, do I still try to talk to her or do I back away? I don't know what to do now.
She done messed up my whole mind.
But I didn't mess him up. Tell myself I'm going to be 60. But
50. That is a blessing.
I will be 50 on August the 7th. So I am so excited. I am just so happy. I'm just so happy with life, you know. So happy with life.
July, you celebrate your anniversary on Vox Wave, 1 year with the Mignon Show, and then August, your 50th birthday.
Yes.
Look at that. July, August, right behind each other. That's a blessing.
God, and also, I think next week I'm supposed to find out the sex of my new grandchild that's on the way. Remember?
Look at that. Blessings on blessings. So
I can't wait. I'm praying God to please. I want it to be a little girl. But if it's a boy, we're going to love him all the same. Yes, Kyrie will have somebody to play with.
Yeah, but then Kyrie won't call me no more. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. But we're definitely praying for a healthy baby.
A healthy
boy
baby,
or girl.
Yes.
And while we're talking about praying, just want to throw this in there. Please continue to keep our friend, business partner, sister, all of those amazing things. Please continue to keep Jewel in your prayers.
Absolutely.
We are definitely praying for her daily on a regular basis. Definitely miss that big old smile she has and that contagious laugh that she has. So please continue to pray for her and her family, her children, and her grandchildren as they are headed into a long road of recovery.
Absolutely. And also just want to share just to keep in your prayers my sister Roshan and also my nephew Jamil. We had an emergency with him over the last 2 weeks, and we found out some things that is life-changing for my family. So there's another new norm that we have to deal with. So just continue to keep them lifted in prayer. And also one of our sponsors, Derek of DeMarco Sola, he was in the hospital as well for 2 weeks. Just keep him uplifted. He's back at his store and doing business, but we never know what's going on behind the scenes. So continue to keep him lifted up. And Dirk, we love you. We thank you for what you do and what you're doing here for us here at the Mignon Show. We appreciate you investing in us, and we hope you have a full recovery as well.
Yes, we definitely do. And that should make everyone call someone that they haven't checked on, haven't talked to, just to say hi, I love you, I forgive you, whatever it is that you need to say, because tomorrow isn't promised.
Yes.
These people that we just named, these are things that just happen. Now, we don't know behind the scenes what was going on and leading up to these things, but these are things that just happen, and it has changed each one of their lives and their family lives. So we need to make sure that we are staying healthy, pay attention to your body, the warning signs, and make sure that you have forgiveness in your heart, because we definitely need all of those things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So to change gears of that, we're going to go into girl chat. And so Roz don't know what we're going to talk about.
I surely don't. You see me look like okay.
But I have something, I want to get your opinion on it. It was something that I heard on the radio on my way in here to work. And, on Love and Hip Hop, I don't know which one because I don't watch it, but I do know the characters that they were talking about. Safari and also Erica Amena. They are getting married. And so when they sent out their invitations to their guests, they said that you can only bring a +1 if you're married or engaged.
That's what the radio was talking about.
And so they were trying to get people's opinion of what did you think about that. And so I was like,
Oh, do you really want my opinion on this?
Well, let me just start with mine. I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I really believe that when it's someone's wedding I believe that whatever they choose to do, either you go with it or you don't. I believe that all of their wishes should be honored. And then on the flip side of that, I said, well, she may be trying to hook up all her single friends. I wouldn't mind going to a wedding with a fine available bachelor now, honey.
So Mick trying to be the plus one. So whoever got an invitation,
I don't have to have no plus one. If you say no, bring no plus one unless I am married or engaged and I'm a single woman. That means that it's going to be a single man there. And I have an opportunity. He might be at my table. And they may be trying to make some love connections. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, that's a win-win. That's a win-win. So that's my thought on it.
I think that people do too much with weddings. That's what I think. I think that you should invest in your marriage versus the wedding, okay? And I say that for many reasons. But in addition, it's your day. So respect whatever it is that the person want to do. Do you know I would be married 8 years in October, and I still had people mad at me that was not invited to the wedding or, didn't know you getting married. So I feel like people just put too much into a wedding and not enough into the marriage.
Absolutely.
We see these celebrities get married, and we blink our eye. They have a whole special on TV, a whole leading up to their wedding, and in 21 days they divorce. They spend all this money into their wedding, but they put absolutely nothing into their marriage. So that's my whole take on that. I just think that it's just too much in wedding. But if they don't want you there, if you're not married or engaged, then that's just what it should be. I mean, at the end of the day, they paying for it.
Absolutely.
You can't tell me how to spend my money or what to spend my money on. So if I want this big lavish wedding with only married couple and engaged couples there, then that's all that should come there. And you should not.
And it's not saying,
kind of way.
But it's not saying you can't come. If they invited you, they just saying, okay, I'm gonna say me for instance. Mignon, you're not married, you're not engaged to anyone, you're single, so you can come.
Okay.
We're not going to feed your girlfriend who you trying to bring with you for a free
bring
party.
So you can come, but you just don't have a plus one because you're not engaged or married.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't understand why when you think that you invited to something that automatically that means that your friend or somebody needs to be invited to. Like, my friend is my friend. I don't even know your friend, or your cousin or whomever. I don't even know that person. So you want me to feed them this $50 plate or however much plate for somebody I don't even know? I mean, I will say at my wedding, it was kind of like, and I didn't do it the way we wanted to do it. Because of my mother-in-law, and I know she watching because I see you over here watching. Because of my mother-in-law and my grandmother, and I get it. Tony is his mother's only son, and I'm my grandmother's first grandchild, right? So they wanted it. They wanted it their way, which was fine then. Now when I renew it, I'm not gonna do it. But I spent a lot of my reception with introducing me to this person and that person and this person. I'm like, I'm never gonna
on your wedding day.
On my day, I'm never gonna see these people again. In hindsight, I didn't invite the people who were really in my circle, who really was praying over, our marriage and stuff like that. I didn't invite these people because I was trying to invite, family and people that. I don't know Aunt Betty Sue. Like, I don't even know who she is or will ever see her again, So that's why I think we get so caught up into the wedding part that we forget that the next day is reality. Like, marriage is the next day. And that's enough work as it is anyway. So, like, do what y'all want to do for y'all wedding.
And you got to remember, it's not your day. It's not your day. So whatever the bride and the groom request, what they want on their day, that I don't see why people should have an attitude or be mad. Well, I invited you, but I don't have to invite your boyfriend.
And that's to anything, though.
Yeah, I don't have to invite your boyfriend.
No, and that's to anything. You have parties, you have people having stuff, and because they invite you, you automatically assume it's okay to bring somebody else. Why? Yeah. Who told you that? Where did you learn that at? Like, I might don't have the best etiquette, but I know enough to be like, oh, hey, is it okay that I bring this person with me? And most of the time people are like, girl, it's no problem, but I want to make sure because I just don't want to think. I don't want to extend an olive branch if I was, especially when it's not my money, my event. I didn't pay for it. Yeah. I'm not going to just invite people to people's stuff. So God bless them in their marriage, and I'm going to pray that their wedding happens the way they want it to happen.
Absolutely, because we just heard about a few months ago that it was a whole cheating scandal and they was broke up and everything.
Again,
and now the wedding is back on. So
again, invest in the truth of the marriage and what a marriage union is supposed to be, because that binding contract is what really matters. Not how much money you spend on a wedding and who sharing that day. Half of them people ain't really praying for you no way or wish you the best anyway. So
and don't take it personal.
No, to all the people who still mad at me about my wedding that happened almost 8 years ago, I forgive you.
Yes.
Okay, I really forgive you. It's not that serious, but I do still have people mad at me from about to be 8 years.
I could believe it.
It's not that serious.
I remember when I was getting married, right? The first time before, and I called that one off. But anyway, I had like 8 bridesmaids and everything, right? And so I had already, you know your girlfriends, you know the type of clothes they wear. So I had already picked out their dresses. All their dresses was a different type of style that really that was for their own body type, right? That complimented them. And so it was just so amazing that when we were sitting down with the designer and looking at the dresses and everything, and I kept hearing people say, well, I don't want to wear this one. I want to wear her dress. I want her dress. Why my dress ain't like that? And I'm just keep hearing all this, and I'm like, but it's not even your day.
It's not about you.
Who cares if you have on a sack? Like, who came to see you? Nobody came to see you.
Not a sack.
Nobody came to see you.
I do agree.
And so that means so when I end up calling the wedding off, I'm like Amina, and then I called my first wedding off, and then we decided to get together and still go with the wedding the next year. It was only me, my daughter, and my niece. That was all who I was worried about. I got rid of everybody else. And 2 of my best friends was so hurt that they wasn't in my wedding. And you know what I told them? I said, my colors is burgundy, silver, and white. Y'all 2 get together, get y'all some dresses, and if you get them, let me see them. If they cool, then y'all show up. But I'm not doing any of that bridesmaid stuff ever again. I'm not doing that no more. Because they make your day hectic. It becomes about them. And I'll be like, well, who said it was about you?
Yes, people make stuff about them when it has nothing to do with them. I will say I was blessed with that part. I did have a big wedding party. But we went to the store. I said, all of y'all can pick out a dress. Like, I let each one of them pick out a dress because, I don't care about a lot of stuff. Each one of them was able to pick out a dress, and they all had to try on that dress. And they decide what dresses they all was going to wear. They had like 30 minutes to decide, or I was going to decide. And that was it. Luckily for me, they all decided on the same dress, and we was in and out of it because I don't get caught up in like all that because it's going to be my way or no way. Like, that's what it's going to be. So I did give them an opportunity to like pick it, and they picked it, and then we were done with it because it's not about you.
It's crazy, but it's really stupid. It all that stuff, all it does is stresses out the bride.
No reason.
I remember when one of my best friends had got married, and we're great to go out the door, great, walk down the aisle. And her niece noticed that I had put a piece of baby breath in my hair. Oh, my God. You would have thought that was the last piece of baby breath on earth. This girl had a fit that she didn't have a piece to go on her head. They had to come to me and tell me the bride comes out the other room with tears in her eyes and say, Mick, can you please take the baby breath out your hair?
Why, Jesus? Just why?
Crazy.
Just why?
Crazy. I mean, it's craziness.
Focus on the wrong
It's craziness.
things.
It's craziness.
That's why I say invest in your marriage and not the wedding. Like, it's just unnecessary drama, friendships ending over that, families broken and torn because this one didn't get invited. Like, I didn't pay attention to that stuff. I heard some of it. The funniest part, I know we're going to get off of this, but the funniest part is I had a cousin that come to the wedding, right? And the family didn't like her, right? And I'm outside taking pictures, okay? I had a big wedding party. I think altogether, my wedding party was like 30 people. It might have been more than that. I can't remember. But they come out to me, oh, such and such about to make such and such leave because they're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, I did that. Like, now, don't get me wrong. We paid for the wedding, my husband and I, and my dad, too. So we paid for the wedding. I'm like, how y'all going to go and put somebody out of my wedding? Like, and then come to me while I'm taking my beautiful pictures on my beautiful day. Like, and I had to literally go in there like, hold up. I invited her. Like, she here for me. I don't care that y'all not talking. You know what I'm saying? So then people was mad at me because I let her come. So it's just too much. I'm telling you, it's too much drama. It's too much nonsense. At the end of the day, when you wake up the next day, you are married. And
Yes.
that's when life happens. That's when you really have to invest in it, because marriage is work. So for all you people like, I want to be married. I want to be married because I want somebody to be at home with me or somebody to do this. It's not that easy. It's a constant work every single day.
Yes.
Every day. Oh.
Yes.
It's a contract that is not so easy to get out of. So don't let these celebrities fool you when you see them getting divorced in 21 days and 45 days. Like, we live in a real world.
Real world. So on that, we are getting ready to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to get into our topic of discussion. Thank you so much. You are watching the Mignon Show. We'll be back.
People still mad at me about the well, you know I'm not talking to you.
It's been a long time, ill. Hey, I watch a bugger it. We're gonna start off in cruise control for you, baby. And nice and easy, Villa. Gonna do this for all the sexy Aquarians in here. Happy birthday to you, baby. Let the vodka watch here. Happy birthday to Miss Sabrina. Yes, right, baby. What you say, baby? I'm coming to you. And Mr. Danny got a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Danny. What you got for me, baby? A big paw. Happy B-Day to Big Paw. Watch the pocket, watch here. And Lauren got a birthday. That's coming from the sexy Troy. Too smooth, Troy. That's right. That's right. Shout out to all the sexy Aquariuses in here. All right. Hey, I Bella Donna, watch the Papa do the work. He's up on him, Cherie. Sweet Cherie, baby. Yes, indeed. Hey.
Take the lead tonight, who's gonna be? I'm gonna sit right here, tell you all that comes to me. If you have something to say, you should say it right now. You ready? You give me a feeling that I've never felt before, and I deserve it. You know I deserve it. It's becoming something that's impossible to ignore. It is what we make it. But I was wondering, maybe, if I make you my baby, if we do the unthinkable, would it make us look crazy? Well, if you ask me, I'm ready. I'm ready. Well, if you ask me, I'm ready. I know you have said to me, this is exactly how it should do it. Meant to be. Time is of the earth, so why wait for eventually? If we gon' do something right, we should do it right now. Yeah. Oh, you give me.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We want to definitely give a shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook, watching the watch party. We thank you
Yes.
guys so much, so much. So guys, we are definitely going to be talking about blended families today.
Yes.
And which is something that me and Roz, we know a lot about because we are a part of blended families. And you know, in this day and time, it is so many blended families
really
here.
is.
It's so many blended families. So what I'm going to do before we get started, I'm going to give you guys the actual definition of a blended family. So a blended family is defined as a family made up of two parents and their children from previous marriages or relationships. An example of a blended family is a woman with two children from a previous marriage who marries a man with 3 children from a previous marriage. Well, we know how that go. it ain't always like that, but that's what they say when they talk about blended families in your dictionary. That's what the dictionary says about that. But let's just share some of our stories of how the blended family looks for us.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I guess I'm going first. So, yes, I'm definitely a part of a blended family. You guys know I have 4 amazing, wonderful children. And my husband and I have 1 biological child in common, which will be our daughter. And then my youngest son's father and his wife, because, matter of fact, shout out to Toya and Russell. Today is their anniversary.
Awesome.
So, happy anniversary, y'all. So my youngest son's father is married to his wife. So that's how our blended family is. And when him and I got together, I already had 2 children, and my middle son was about to be 2. So because we were together, he took on that role and that responsibility of being that father figure, that dad to them. So now we're just one nice old blended family.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we just want to talk about how it's so important that when you become a part of a blended family, how important it is that when people say it's about the children, that it really becomes about the children. Because I know for me, my youngest son, we are in a blended family. His dad is remarried to an amazing woman. I mean, oh my goodness. Me and my youngest son's father, we didn't have a good relationship. But when it came to co-parenting, and when this other woman came into our life, she became like a mother to my son. And it never bothered me. It never bothered me. And my son met her when he was 5, and so they was very, very close. And he's 30. Well, he'll be 30. He'll be 30 August the 23rd, as a matter of fact. And so when she came into our life, it was just such a blessing because she was a woman of God. She came into the family. She had her own son. My son and her son was 5 years old. They're only 4 weeks or 3 weeks apart from each other. And it was just, I thanked God for her because when she came into the relationship, even though me and his father went through so much, she never came in and judged me. And it was about building a relationship with my son, even with me. You know, a lot of things we did together, and we always made it work. And so I know, Tawana, if you watching, you know from day one, I have always told you that I love you and I thank God for you because of our relationship. And the reason why I thanked her so much, because my older children's father, his woman, that was a wholly different story, you know. But with Tawana and my youngest son, I mean, it was just a blessing. And it's still to this day, he called both of us mom. I never had to fight for that position of saying, no, I'm your mother and this and that, because he knows who his mother is. I know who I gave birth to, and she know who she didn't. But we never stopped that. And so he's seen us always being loving. It's because we made a decision that it's about him.
Right.
It's about him. So whatever we have to do to make him be comfortable, to be loved, then that's what we're going to do.
I get it. I will not say that my story was always so beautiful. But as I have learned and grown and wanted to always be about my children and for them to grow up in so much love, I knew, here's one problem that I think we as women, a lot of us do, and I was guilty of this, is that we use our children, right? We use them as our crutch. We use them as get back. We do
as
all
pawns.
those kinds of pawns. And I will say that I was guilty of that for a while in the beginning. Like, oh, no, you can't, see the kids. You can't see your son unless you come to my house. And just like all of these crazy things, because hurt people, right? And I was hurting, so I wanted to do that. But I had to really, sit down. I want my kids to be loved. And it takes a village, you know. So that was one of the things early on. I mean, my youngest son will be 13. He about to celebrate his 13th. So I've been in this blended family game a long time. and they're boys, and you know, people say, oh, a girl needs their daddy, a son needs his father also.
Absolutely.
You know, so I could have made it easy or I could have made it hard, but making it hard was not really hurting me. It was going to hurt my son in the long run, and I did not want that, or all the boys actually. So now it's different. We him and I do co-parent very well. We do co-parent, but we just like any other parents. Do we have some issues? Yes, we all have issues. Like I said, today's his wedding anniversary, so again, shout out to Toya and Russell on their anniversary. 2 years, I believe it's 2 years now. So shout out to them on that. So now we try to really do this, embrace as co-parents. But what bothers me is that people look at us like something is wrong with us. You know, when they see us come together, we do, even when we having issues. Because again, like, I'm not going to sit here and say we don't have issues, because we do. But even when we do have issues, it's minimum exposure to the children, okay? When one of the, okay, now he has another, they have a son together, okay? And my son and their son are like 11 months apart, okay? But when it comes down to graduations and honor roll assemblies and baptisms, we all come together. And people look at us like we crazy, like something is wrong with us. Like, I can't believe she here, or why she there. People, like, don't have nothing to do with the mix, but love to stir the drama up because they feel like we're not normal. And I'm like, well, what is normal?
Right.
You know, this is the new normal. It is like 80% of families, when I looked it up, are blended families. So what is a normal? The other thing that I think there's a problem in, and this is one thing that I don't do. I only been married once to my husband that I'm married to now. Whatever happened between my relationship with my son's father and me had nothing to do with my husband. So I didn't sit there like, oh, he did this, and that. Because you're never going to tell what you did anyway. And I wasn't perfect. But I never did that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about what happened in this relationship.
Right.
Now, there may be some things that I may say, but I never got to, well, we broke up because he did this and this and that. Like, I didn't do that because that had nothing to do with my husband. They had nothing to do with him. Like, they had no reason to beef. And I feel like sometimes women have men to beef when they shouldn't, or men have women to beef when they shouldn't. The relationship over, it's done. Like, let's just move forward, and let's not just hold on. And it did take me a while to get to some of that, but as far as telling what went on, because again, my oldest two, that's a different story. That's a different father. That's a whole different story. But for the rest of us, we do it very well, but we get people to inbox us about good things, like, how do y'all do it? They want advice, you know, things like that. And then we get other people like, oh, she must be messing with him, or he must be messing with her, like all these things, because we don't look like what their normal is, because their situation is not right. And if everybody just act like adults anyway.
Absolutely. You definitely have to be secure in yourself as a woman, because it's like, it becomes like the norm. Oh, if you and him is on good terms, then y'all still sleeping with each other.
Or that's your baby daddy. Your baby daddy can always get it. Like,
a lot of foolishness, a bunch of foolishness. And all it does is just keeps the family separated and everything, when you have to come together to raise the children. And that's why I thank God that even for me, I had to do a lot of growing in that relationship as well, because I realized that with me and my ex, you know, we wasn't good together. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't let that spill over into the relationship that he had with his new woman, who became his wife, and our child. And like, I never even shared with his wife what me and him went through in our relationship, because that didn't matter to me. I was only looking at her in the role that she was playing as coming in and being a mother to my son, because at that time my son went to go live with his father. So she was the mother in the house. I was the parent that got the weekends, the summers, and all these different things like that. You see what I'm saying? So my focus was on her, of getting to know her and having a welcoming relationship with her, because she got my son in her custody.
And you want to be nice to the person who's raising your child. Like, why would you, or not, so, but yes, a part of raising your child, like, why would you want all of that animosity, or for a child to grow up into that anyway?
Absolutely.
I mean, I know biblically it should be, you know, husband and wife, the family should stay together. I get that. This is 2019, and like I said, it's like 80% of blended families that's in there. I do also think for the woman, like the non-mother, like, you had a great addition. Bonus parent is what we call them in our blended family. We call them bonus parents. But I think sometimes the women, like, I don't get, oh, they don't want the them to see their other child and things like that. Like, we have to get away from all that. You have to treat the child like you would want somebody to treat your own child.
Absolutely.
And I want to be confident, even when my stepfather and I was going through what we was going through. His girlfriend, now wife, did love our child that we had in common. You know what I'm saying? So it was never like, we may have had some issues there and then, but it was never that I ever questioned if she loved him. Like, or would she do some harm to him? That's a whole different, I didn't question that. Everything else was petty. As long as you love my child and treat my children in a way that I would treat yours, or that you should treat a child, we fine. Like,
Absolutely.
we really don't have no beef. Let's get over, like, the other nonsense and the dramas that was that's going on for these kids, because they need to grow up in love. So they can't play us. Kids will play you against each other.
Absolutely.
What daddy, mommy said, or daddy.
Yeah.
Nope. I'll be like, oh, daddy said that?
Yeah.
Let me put you on speaker, because they have to see that unit.
They have to. And Evangelist Tricia Fowler said that I think people don't realize how much it hurts the children
Amen.
when the parents can't get along after the
Amen.
breakup.
Amen.
And it does. It hurts them because that's still mommy, that's
And that's
still
still
daddy.
And
And
they
then they
shouldn't
see all
choose.
this bickering and fighting. And then they start thinking, well, is it because of me?
Yep.
Am I doing this?
Or I have to choose. And why would you
Yes,
want
a
a child
child
to
to
choose
choose.
between them? My youngest son will tell you really quickly, I'm a mama's boy and a daddy's boy. And he really is. He is both. He is a mama's boy and a daddy's boy. He should have never, and we should not put children in grown up position. We want them to stay in a
Absolutely.
child's
Yes.
place, but we want to give them adult situations. So how can they stay in a child's place if we putting them in, or we bad mouthing their father or their mother in front of them? Like, how are you expecting them to feel? Like, what do you expect them to get out? That's just negativity, and that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna push them away from you, maybe closer to you in the beginning because they don't know, but when they grow up and they really see, then you divided your family, and I don't want I want to be the glue that holds my family together. So we don't. In the beginning, we had like a lot of outside people that had nothing to do with us come in and try to stir stuff. But now our knit is so tight, like you can't come in to the bonus parents. Another thing I just want to say, I want to give kudos to my husband. I love my husband so much because my husband had no children. Okay, he come in to me having 3. Okay, and then my son father having 1, and my kids were always close to their brother, like always close. The one thing that I love about my husband is that he never got in the middle of it. Even if I was mad at, their dad or whatever, he would just listen, and that's it. He like never got into it. And when they had it, when we were getting married and my husband and him talked, my husband said to him, I'm not trying to take your place. I'm trying to build my own place in these kids' heart. That's it. I want to work beside you. Little do y'all know, or maybe I'll share now, my husband and their father, they were coaching together. Head coach and assistant coach. We go on trips together. We at each other's house together. We do a lot of stuff, and there's a lot coming from our blended family. So, Manly's blended family, and they are Dunk Jack Nation. So you're going to see a lot of coming from our 2 families that's showing that, yes, Jada and Will are doing it, but there is a lot of people that are out here doing it, and we're doing it good, and we're bringing these kids up with love. All our children have honor roll. Yes, I told y'all I brag different. All of them are student athletes. They are in the church. They understand God, family, and community because they are brought up in love. That's why. It's not mommy did this, daddy did that. None of that. We don't even have adult conversations with them. They're children. Stay in a child's place.
And I think a lot of that when it comes to blended family, I think too many parents pull the children into adult situations. And it does. It forces them to choose. And that's where the breakdown comes because the child shouldn't have to choose between his mother and his father. That should never happen.
Or not. I can't like my stepmom or my bonus mom because my mom don't like her. Or the same thing with my stepdad or bonus dad. I can't like because my mom don't like her. Like, that's too much. They supposed to be riding bikes, playing games, don't work, not deciding on which parent they're supposed to love or which one they supposed to be on the side with. Like, we have to get away from that. Like, our children are our future. And as you can see, they dealing with all kinds of stuff in school and bullying and all these kind of things. Their home's supposed to be that safe haven. Like, they're not supposed to have to come home and deal with drama on top of trying to find themselves and define who they are already, and they have to choose between, do I like my mommy, do I like my daddy, do I like my bonus parents? Like, That's just too much.
Absolutely, and it's about planning.
Yep.
You have to plan. You have to know what your blended family is going to look like. If you know you're in a relationship with someone and you guys are moving towards marriage and something more committed, you have to sit down with the parents, all parents, and see how do we work this blended family? What works for you? What works for us? And talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, make real life expectations. And I use the word expectations, as people always say you don't have expectations, but sometimes you got to have some expectations.
Exactly.
And I'm just going to say that, you know, when it comes to meeting people, you may not like them, but my expectation of you is that you got to have respect for them.
Right.
That right there is going to be an expectation of mine. You ain't got to love each other, but you got to respect each other.
Right. I mean,
and the roles that we play.
And the roles that you play. Because in the end, it takes a village. And we all in this together. Like, it takes a village. And I believe most of the time it's because hurt people. And you're not over that past relationship or over what has happened to you. But you're holding on to that. You're hurting yourself in the long run. Like I said, my husband and my son father, they sit down and they had a conversation, an adult conversation. Remind you, I had boys. My only daughter is by my husband, so I had boys. So of course, you know, he like, you know, these are my sons. Like, this is what I expected from you as a man, and I respected that. And my husband went back and like, this is what I expect. Like, this is what I want from my household, same as your house. And they had this adult conversation. And here we go, pushing. We'll be celebrating our 8 years. They talk on the phone. Like I said, they coach together. One the head coach, one the assistant coach. We were just at their my son's father flag football game together. The whole family out there cheering on. My boys play on the team with him. We're cheering on, like, because they see so much love. They never had to choose between who to like, and I wouldn't have that. Like, I didn't. Like I said, it wasn't always easy, and I accept some blame and some fault because I was hurt. So there was some times I'm like, no, you can't see him. You gotta come on my house and see him. You can't take him nowhere. And I was like, how? I was young, dumb and naive. I had to learn. I had to pray. I had to forgive. I had to find who I was, you know, and love me and know, like, what do you really want for your children? Like, this is the legacy you want to leave with your babies? I know how hard it was for me growing up and being in my own blended family. I did not want that same thing for my children. I want better for them. Absolutely. And they got better. Praise God, they had better. Praise God. But it takes a conscious thought to make that better. And I always try to understand that. You know, sometimes we grow up, we're children, and we grow up, and we know what we missed out on and what we didn't get. And how do we grow up and throw those same things on our children instead of putting self to the side and say, for the bigger picture of my child, for my child's mental state, for my child's growth? Because when the child got so much going on at home, how can they go to school? How can they learn? Right. You know, how can they be functional children and do what they got to do if they concerned with so many of mommy and daddy is going through this, and then mommy don't like daddy new wife, and daddy don't like mommy new boyfriend or husband, and it's always chaotic. Yep. It's all, and for what? Yes, Nadine said, let the kids be kids. Yes. Let kids be kids, like, get them away from that. I remember my son called his dad. He called himself snitching, right? Snitching on my husband. Because he didn't do something he was supposed to do. And if you know my husband, he's real mild, man. Like, he doesn't really yell or get mad. And so he yelled this time because they wasn't doing it. Like, the boys wasn't doing it. So my son like, oh, I'm going to call my dad and blah, blah, blah. You know, he didn't say that, but that's what he did. He called his father and told his father what's going on. I don't know what he expected to get out of that, but let me tell you what he got. He got that his father called me, and then we all talked about it. So what he got was in trouble when he went to his father's house and had a talking like, this is not what you do. Like, if he tell you to do something in that house and you don't do it, then he has every right to discipline you however they see fit within reason, because they know that it's going to be within reason, right? So he thought he was calling snitching, and all he did was got himself in trouble when he went to his dad's house. That's it, and that's how it was supposed to be, not these playing each other, because I know someone was like, oh, he did what? He said what? Looking for a reason to fight. Looking for a reason to go over and fight. And I ain't going to lie, back in the day, that definitely was me. Like I said, God has definitely worked a lot on me, because that used to be me. just ready. I'm ready. I don't care. If my kid said it, then I was ready. But again, I grown. But when my son did that, and I'm like, now look at you. This could have stayed in-house. You could have dealt with your punishment or your consequences here. But no, you called your father and thought that you was snitching, and now you're going over there the weekend, and now you're punished over there.
Absolutely.
So now you got 2 punishments when you should have just
Absolutely.
dealt with because somebody hollered at you and you didn't like it.
And like we said, the children are watching everything that you're doing and saying to one another, so they already know they can play you against one another. And you know, and I have seen it before where like children, they'll step into it and they'll say, tell their parent, oh yeah, mommy, she don't like me because maybe she's trying to discipline them. You know, because you got them so far to the left that when they come into, I'm going to say the father's house and that household over there, now your child somewhere else being disrespectful. And then as soon as that parent steps in to correct them, that child goes back to the other parent and say, oh, they picking on me, they don't like me. And then instead of you having a conversation with adults to see what your child actually doing, then you just went over there, you ready to fight, and then it's this chaotic.
Yep, it's chaos, and for no reason, because kids are put in grown-up situations. Nadine talked about family meetings. That's a big
Definitely
thing.
family
We
meetings.
definitely had family
And
meetings.
include the children. You have to include the
the
children in the family meetings, because what children want, they want things out of this new relationship too. They want to feel valued. They may be coming from where their parents, they've been with their parents, of course, their whole life. And let's say in a marriage they get divorced, now they in a different. It's different for them.
Their emotions are
Find
different.
out, talk to them, see what's going on, because they still want to be heard. They want to be valued. They want to be loved by all parties. So you got to sit down and see what that looks like.
We definitely had family meetings, discussions. The kids are right there. We go on family vacations. Like I said, again, I know I keep doing this, but shout out to Toya and Russell on their anniversary. They're going on vacation next week, like the beginning of the week, and then we're going on vacation next week. Now they, like I said, they have a son together. That's my kid's brother. Okay, when we go on family vacation, we make all these videos. You will see him in the video. Like he is there. We go to Florida every 2 years. He right in Florida with us. You know, going out of town with us because she trusts and know within her heart of heart that I love her son like it's mine. I'm not going to let anything happen to him that I'm not going to let happen to mine. And the same thing, my kids, and not only just my son that's by him, but my other 2 that's not by him, but he made a commitment when we were in a relationship to always be there for them, and he still is. They 20 and 17, and he's still there for them. They go with them on family vacations.
And that's big right there, because we got so many people that comes into our children's lives that say they gonna be there, and then soon something happen, they gone. And you left me, but you also got to realize that you left these kids who don't understand what's going on. So people have to be very mindful of that. Go back and talk to them kids, because what you do to them, they build up this anger. They don't think that anybody, abandonment. If they don't think anybody loved them, they always keep getting left. Their biological parent may have stepped away, and now you come into their life saying, "I'm gonna be there," and then you gone, and then we wonder why people grow up to repeat the same cycle.
Same cycle. And I will say, and this is one thing I will never ever in my life forget. When we did depart, when we finally broke up, I said that. I said, you can come see him because he yours, but these other 2, they not yours. So you don't need to come spend no time with them. And I'm telling you, of all the stuff we went through, I remember the look in his face, how hurt he was. And he asked me, he said, don't ever take these 2 boys away from me. And I'm like, you know, man, young, naive, and dumb, and didn't
realize what you were actually saying, because you were so bitter. You was in your mess.
I was bitter, and I was hurt. Hurt people. But he looked at me, and I'm like, no, they not yours, blah, 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 blah. I saw the hurt in his eyes, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, if this is how he's hurting, what am I doing to these 2, my other 2 boys, who have been with him for all this time? And like I said, they are 20 and 17 now. Him and I started talking just before the middle one was 2, which is the 17-year-old one now. They have a great relationship. Like I said, even his wife's family, they call her mother grandma, and her her sister's aunts and stuff like that. And then Imani, which is me and my husband's daughter, that's her Uncle Russell and her Aunt Toya. And Aunt Toya says I have to get my nails done. Can I call Aunt Toya? Aunt Toya sent her money to get her nails and feet done. Uncle Russell this. Uncle Russell said he'd do this, and he do it. They brought up in so much love, and I see the product of their love when I go around and people saying how well-mannered they are. How they, like I said, on a road. They very sports. They do all kind of sports. They are very active in church. Russell is active in his church. He's a minister in his church. When the kids go with him, they in church there. When they with me, they in church there. So, like, you guys, we have to get away. Women, mostly I see it in men too, but I see so many women holding on to these kids as crutches, using them as pawns, just being evil because you're bitter and you're hurting. And it's fine to hurt. It is definitely fine to hurt. But what you do with that hurt, that determines who you are and how your children will be. That's what you need to realize. You need to let go of that because you are hurting these babies more than you are helping them. They need their parents in their life. And I know sometimes it can be a difficult situation. Trust me, I know. But the love always wins. Like,
yes,
you have
love
to,
always wins.
Love always wins. You have to sometimes step out of your box. Like, step out of your feelings and do what's best for these children. And, like, love wins. Love covers all things. And it always wins. I always say you can kill it with kindness all the time.
Absolutely. Guys, if anybody have a question or a comment, you can definitely call in now. 240-719-2560. We have a little bit of time left, so call in. Let us know what you're thinking about this conversation because it is so important. It is so important, guys, to really be mindful of who you are getting into a relationship with. Who are you bringing around your children? Do they have the same mindset that you have when it comes to children and blended families? I mean, these are the conversations that you need to be having instead of asking somebody what's their favorite food and their favorite color, because that don't matter. What you gonna do with these children? You know, what type of foundation we building for these children
you got a
that's
baby
coming
mama?
into this relationship? and how do I deal with that other parent that's not too cool on us being together? Like, we gotta talk about all that and see how we're gonna deal with that.
Because it's a lot to deal with, and people watching. Your children are watching. They seeing what is going on. If you have any question, comment, concern, a message, 240-719-2560 is a number to call, and you will get to be at our raffle. But there are so many blended families out here. Like, there's so many, and I want to see them. Like, I want to see us come together. I want to see us come together in love and unity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, guys, what we're going to do with us going forward here on the Mignon Show, I know the last few times you have seen that we have not had a guest here, but we really want to be able to start taking our platform in this hour and really start discussing issues that affects the family. How can we come together? How can we share our stories to be able to help someone else? And even with you, share with us. Give us some feedback, some information, because you never know who's listening and who just may need to hear your story of how you overcame, because that's what this is about. It's how you overcome this and how you live peacefully. And when you say it's about your children, make sure that it lines up with your actions. Because a lot of us out here are saying it's about the children, but we ain't really giving a damn about the children.
Amen to that.
We ain't really giving a damn about the children. So we must do better.
Yes, you guys can always reach out to me, Manly's Blended Family, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Website, manlysblendedfamily.com. You can always reach out to us, email us, any questions, comments, concerns. I'm always here.
Absolutely. And shout out, I'm going to give one more. We have another guest that's on Facebook, Magda. She said that one parent might feel slighted or feel some type of way because the mom or dad is bashing the other parent. And that's one thing what we cannot do. And I know in the past when I was young, I used to do that. But I'm telling you, it really hurts the child, because you as an adult, you really can care less. Once you're through with the relationship, you really can care less. But if you have children with this person, You can't do that. And I even said about my mom. I admired my mom. My dad, he was a absent parent and came around and did things. I knew who he was, but I respected my mother so much because my mother never badmouthed my father, and she could have.
I don't play that.
Being an adult and knowing what my father took my mother through, she could have easily badmouthed him, but she never said one ill thing about him to his 4 children.
I don't play that. Don't come for my family. I don't play that. Don't come for my kids' dads at all.
Yes, and also want to give a shout out to Sean down in North Carolina. Sean, we was just talking about you. We have to talk to you. We got something big that we trying to do down there. So thank you so much to Zero Tolerance. That's another one of our sponsors for the Healing Lives Tour. So guys, this hour goes so fast. We want to thank you again, everybody, for watching. Please share the video on YouTube, on Facebook. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at NBA Speaks.
And again, Manly's Blended Family, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or manlysblendedfamily.com for the website. We want to thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and share. It's Vox Wave, baby.
Vox Wave, baby. See you next time.
Good night.
Trina.